Hello G45ers. Today I would like to show you my Club G45 project I have recreated. And for my project, I chose the Volume 11 2019 Accordion mini album that was designed by the amazing Annette Green. I absolutely love her work. So when I was tasked with picking one of these to redo, I chose one of Annette's, of course. She has used the Dreamland paper collection, which is gorgeous. And one of the biggest changes I made with mine, I kept it pretty close to Annette's pattern. However, I used the Ephemera Queen collection, and I have used the chipboards, stickers, the papers, the patterns and solids, as well as the ephemera and journaling cards. And I've done a little fussy cutting. One of the biggest changes that I made is on Annette's amazing tutorial. She did a photo slide on the front cover, and rather than put that, I have put a shaker element on mine. And this is a shaker box that I had in my stash, and I filled that with coordinating little pieces of glitter and sequins, some little plastic drops that all match the papers really, really well. And I've also done some fussy cutting of the paper of some of those little sparrows, as well as this dove here and this little tiny bird. For the portion here, Annette uses the ephemera piece that is just like the one I used. Most of the ephemera packs do come with similar pieces, so if you are recreating one of these, such as mine, using another collection and you're using the ephemera, you usually will find the same piece just in a pattern that matches the papers you're using. So for mine, I have taken that window box and one of the other pieces of ephemera that says Wisdom Begins in Wonder, put that behind my shadow box, shaker box, excuse me. And then I did a wrapped chipboard technique recently, which there is a video on G45papers.com on our blog. And I've done that here, cut that piece down, which was this here. And I cut mine down and put that on a wrapped piece of chipboard wrapped in the same papers. And then I did the exact same thing as Annette here. I placed a chipboard piece here along with the butterfly chipboard piece, tied some yellow jute string in there to mimic antennas. I've taken the heart piece from my chipboards, and the difference here is rather than using the wax twine that she used, I used a turquoise satin ribbon that coordinates. I also added 3 of the little stickers from the sticker collection, as well as some stickers that I cut in half here. That was a circle, scallop circle. So let's just dive right in here and I will show you. Now my instructions, step by step, will tell you the exact papers and measurements used and how those differ from Annette's accordion mini album instructions. So when we open this up, of course, we do have our amazing accordion page system that Annette did. And on the very first side here, like I said, I've followed her instructions pretty closely. And I have done the angled pocket that she did and embellished it in a similar way, using a chipboard piece, some ephemera, and a cutaway, and creating a couple of tags to go into that pocket. And again, I've used some of the ephemera pieces to embellish those, one of the stickers, a border, as well as one of the cutaways. And those just slide right on inside there. For the first page of the accordions, I did this exactly the same, just using different papers. And I also added, I like these little corners that come with the policy and decorative die set from Graphic 45. I just love these little corner pieces, and I have cut some of those from scraps. And when I was finished with my album, I just went back in and added some of those to different places, and I just love the way they look, coordinating them. So for this first page, like I said, I have done that fairly similar to Annette's tutorial. And then our second page here, again, fairly similar. I tied the jute here, used a piece of the chipboard, and I also added to mine this little lovely lady sticker. This page done extremely similar. I did add that little corner as well as adding this rather than the embellishments that she used. I just used this Wisdom Begins in Wonder cut apart. And I will tell you that all of the papers in my accordion album have been inked with Vintage Photo Distress ink to give it a little distressed vintage vibe. So these are the tags that were created in step 18 of Annette's, and I have just done those with different papers. And those are tags that open, so you can put a photo. This one I've embellished with a border sticker from the sticker collection. And again, this is a double pocket, so you have your pocket here in the front, and then this back pocket holds a photo mat, and I have taken one of those stickers from the sticker collection and folded it over and put that on there so that that can be used on either side. And that just slips down in that pocket. For our next pages, we have, again, very similar to what Annette did. Now, every collection in Graphic 45, although some of the cutaways and such are similar in size, that is not always the case. And the Ephemera Queen did not have the exact sizes for step 20, and I just improvised and cut these cutaway cards. I did use a little round chipboard piece just as she did, and I created this little photo mount as well, and the measurements again will be in my instructions. On this side, which is the back page, the piece that was actually attached, this is one of the ephemera pieces that is the same style as the one used in her tutorial. And then this is one of our cutaways that can be used as a photo mount. And I've cut that down just a bit and rounded my corners so that it would fit nicely and snugly right in there. And I did apply just glue around the bottom portion of this, including the filigree, and then up the side so that this could be a nice little tuck spot. So then we're going to flip over our pages, and this is what I am calling page 6. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I have called this page 6. So for page 6, Annette did this with her strip on this side. I chose to put it on this side because I was putting this in here, and I didn't want all of that bulk on this side. So my strip is actually cut from the, I will put that in my instructions, the name of this paper. I do believe it's the Oh Happy Day page, and I did use that a lot because there's a lot of cutaways on that you can use. And this is one of the journaling cards, and you could put this in here either way. It will match either way. This was not cut down at all. It was just used the way it is, and I've inked the edges. This is a border, again, from Oh Happy Day, and I also inked the edges of that and put that. It's 3 borders, but I like to keep them together for interest. What I'm calling page 7 here, in every pack of a Graphic 45 paper, the covers and backs will have different templates that you can use, and this one makes a file folder, which is amazing, and All you have to do with these is place them on your paper, trace them, cut them out, and then they're ready to go. And that is what I've done here. So I have created one of those file folders out of the blue paper in the Patterns and Solids. And I've also, and I will show you in my tutorial how I made it. So this is completely adhered except for a very small section in the back so that it can house this amazing Graphic 45 pin. And I've also used the Bookmark template to make a bookmark using a scrap of I folded it over, cut 2 holes for the ribbon and this little chipboard piece, and I've used a scrap strip of one of the borders to make that. This again is another cut apart, coming, I do believe, from the Oh Happy Day, and that was just adhered. I did fussy cut around the flowers, and that was just adhered on the edges. And then we'll just put our little clip, close that, and it will hold this closed. And you just, when you do this, there's just no adhesive in this little space back here. And then inside here, I've just tucked a small one of the journaling cards. This cutaway, the Friends Forever, was cut and then glued again just along one side and across the bottom to create that little tuck spot. On to our page 8, I've done the border here again, making a tuck spot, and I have added another cut apart to that was cut to fit in that pocket. Our final page has a couple different elements. I have one of the journaling cards. I also have a smaller photo mount that I have made from scrap paper to slide in there that coordinates with the background. This is a card cut apart, and then this was fussy cut from the paper. This page is done very similar as well to the accordion mini album tutorial from Annette, and it has these sitting to create a pocket. The card portion was glued on the side and across the bottom, and then these little cutout tickets, I've used a foam adhesive around the edges, and that gives you that nice little snug tuck spot, but also lifts these up just a bit. So that is my version of Annette Green's amazing accordion mini album, and this tutorial is on Graphic 45, G45papers.com, and available, and I will have instructions on how I did mine and the differences. So I hope you enjoyed this, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Happy crafting.